Hey guys, what's up? Tiberius here for my weekly weigh-in Wednesday video. And I'm going to keep it short and sweet this week. Weight-wise, not much has changed. I was 322 this morning. But the thing I have noticed is that my clothes are fitting a lot better, so that means progress. Sometimes the number on the scale doesn't change too much, but if you notice it in your body composition, that's a huge bonus. So that's fantastic. Squatted tonight, got up to a 450 squat, which was nice. That's better than my 430 from last week. 450 moved up pretty quickly, and the plan is to just make slow and steady progress. Now, last week I started benching, and I got worked up to like 275 for single, dropped back down to 155 for some volume work, and I noticed my shoulders started getting really tight, and I just said, forget it. Like, if it's not healthy enough right now, I need to stick to more dumbbell work to work the stabilizers, and just maybe more work on some other weaknesses. You know, do some planks, get the core strength up, some back work. I have also been doing a lot of tricep accessory work, and throughout the week, after benching on, I think it was like a Friday night or Saturday or something, I noticed some of the same symptoms prior to my rotator cuff getting frayed, and that's just like some tightness when I move my arm around. What I came to realize is that it's not actually the shoulder. What was happening is I had a giant knot in my tricep, just huge, and also my chest right here. So this little lacrosse ball saved my ass. Literally, I've gotten knots out of my ass with this thing, and it hurts like a bitch. If you have a foam roller and you've tried rolling that out and it's still really tight, put this under your butt and move around a little bit, and I promise you won't even be able to put all of your body weight on it because it hurts like a mother. And so what I did is I threw it behind my tricep, or on the back part of my tricep, I should say, and I just went up against the wall and I started just rolling it around, bending my elbow and just moving it around while I was also rolling. Allowed it to really get in there. Also my chest, if you have any chest issues. So I worked on my tricep like 5 to 10 minute intervals, took a break for like half an hour, and just kept on going back to it. And I honestly, I feel like the knot was just absolutely huge. So eventually I broke it down. So definitely, if you can, get a lacrosse ball. They're only a few bucks, and dig in there. So sometimes when a certain body part is hurting, it's not actually that part. Like for me, it wasn't the shoulder, it was the tricep connecting to the chest, and that was the cause of the pain. Same thing with like lower back or hip tightness. My hip flexors used to get really tight, and what I found is that it was actually my glutes that were too tight, and there's a band that goes from your glutes over your pelvis into your hip flexors, and my glutes were so tight that it was affecting my hips whenever I would squat. So sometimes it's sometimes it's not the hips. You have to look at like the secondary muscles and kind of like life, really. So whatever your problem is, take a step back, and maybe it's the second or third thing in line that's actually causing the problem. So that's that. Slow and steady progress is great. Just working on accessory movements to get everything back up to speed, watching the diet, and even if the numbers on the scale aren't changing, as long as I'm seeing physical changes in my body, that's all you really care about. One theory is that the muscle mass is coming back, like muscle memory, so that's replacing the fat I'm losing, but who knows? As long as I'm seeing progress, that's all I really care about. So as far as gaming stuff goes, I will be live streaming this Saturday. I haven't decided the game or the time yet, so check me out on Twitter at Strong and Nerdy. I'll give you guys updates on that. If you have any recommendations for what game you want to see me play, I have a lot of Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, you name it, I probably have it. Unless it's like something really obscure. Let me know what game you want to see me play in the comments or on Twitter or whatever. Subscribe, and remember, get strong and stay nerdy.